Without a shadow of a doubt, it's the Crockett Show in social media history. I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone. Say, man, you get on the phone and call the whole country. They know who I am. I am the 5-star general. Say, man, I got an insert from one of them books in a junior high school in KDISD. I clearly understand why them people on fire out there. They talking about in the book. But get what? Turner rolls out his new plan today to combat crime. And I'm calling BS on it. Let's get to it, man. Say, man, I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone and tell you thank you for taking the time out to tune in. You know, without you guys, I wouldn't have a show, and I really appreciate you stopping by every single night to listen to your favorite talk show host. I don't call this a podcast. I call this a talk show. We talking. We bring people on here and we have conversations. All right. I want to get to this first. You know, everybody been tripping because people have been on fire about these books in these libraries. KDISD made national news last night because of a book. I think it was called Lawn Boy. I'm looking for my phone. I put it on my page. And I want to read you some of this that comes from this book that's on the shelves in junior high schools in KDISD. Rock with me. This is from the book Lawn Boy. It's on junior high school shelves as well as high school shelves. What if I told you what if I told you I touched another guy's, I see it. PTF, Nick waved me off and turned his attention back to his bill. What if I told you I sucked it? Will you please just shut up already? I'm dead serious, Nick. Well, I'd say that you were effed. If I was 10 years old, but it's true. He say I was 10 years old, but it's true. But I put Doug Gobbles in my mouth. The real estate guy? Yeah. Nick looked around frantically. What the F are you talking about, Michael? Michael said I was in the 4th grade. It was no big deal. Cringing, Nick held his hands out in front of him in a yield gesture. Stop. He sucked mine too. Stop. Why are you telling me this? And you know what? It wasn't terrible. Come on, man. And people tripping because these parents have a problem with these types of books on the shelves in our schools. Kudos to every one of them that stood up and fought. Kudos to every single one of them, because that should not be on our shelves. And you folk out there, especially you black folk that like to listen to your elected officials and they telling you, oh, these people just tripping because they white Republicans. Say, man, the people talking about sucking man meat in a book on some shelves in junior high. You know damn well when your baby get to junior high in the 6th grade, they average 11 years old. I don't have a problem with them wanting them books off them shelves. This is what we talking about. See, when you become informed and you really know what's going on, then it don't become a color issue. It don't become a political party issue. It becomes a common sense issue. And this stuff should not be on the shelves of our schools. Kudos to every parent in KDISD that's fighting to get it off their shelves, because that's what it is, man. Now today, you know, the good shepherd of the city, Mayor Sylvester Turner, and his underboss is city council, along with his police chief, rolled out a new plan to deal with crime today. Well, I don't, you know me, I come with receipts, so I ain't gonna talk about it. I'm gonna let him talk about it. Let's see what the mayor talking about. Let's open it up. We're gonna open it up wider. And here we go.
The city of Houston, like most major cities across the country, is experiencing a surge in violent crimes. And let me just say, even in my remarks, I'm not going to be able to cover all of the initiatives that and speak to them in the depth that I would like. But I would encourage people to get a copy of the One Safe Houston book that's been made available, or you can go online and read it as well. And this will cover all the things that I will be laying out. There are no easy answers and no singular initiative standing by itself that can adequately address rising crime. But the impact of COVID-19 pandemic cannot be ignored and requires a holistic and comprehensive approach and strategy. Other factors contributing to the nationwide spike in violent crime include widespread social anxiety, economic uncertainty, mental health concerns, the increased presence of illegally owned firearms, and a strained court system plagued by criminal case backlogs that impact the pretrial release and prosecution of violent offenders. As your mayor, however, it is my responsibility to focus on the city of Houston, even while we are dealing with a nationwide rise in crime. My primary responsibility is what's taking place in the city of Houston. Last year, the city launched a violent crime initiative that resulted in the reduction of crime in many identified hotspots. By the end of the initiative, all violent crime categories were reduced except in the homicide area. Unfortunately, the increase in homicides during the first month of 2022, including assaults on police officers and citizens, is a sobering reminder that we must collectively strive for excellence as a community to combat our increasing crime challenges. Houstonians, it is time for us to act collectively, comprehensively, and holistically to address the rising crime in our city. Every Houstonian deserves to feel safe, and every Houstonians deserve to be able to go to and from this city and are safe. Safe at home, safe at work, safe while driving down the street, safe while shopping, and safe with their families in our own parks. Since the beginning of the year, our city has felt anything but safe. And at times we have felt like a city under siege because of a violent crime wave that is sweeping across the country and even impacting us in the city of Houston. Let me be as clear as I can. Violent crime is a public health crisis made worse by many factors, including the pandemic and too many guns on our streets. Domestic violence cases have more than doubled since 2019, and more people are experiencing mental health distress, leading to interactions with police resulting in dangerous or deadly outcomes. Last week, 3 Houston police officers were shot and wounded by a suspect carrying a fully automatic weapon who fired multiple rounds in a busy neighborhood. The gunman, who was wanted on a felony warrant at the time of the shooting, was not concerned about the lives of law enforcement or the families living nearby. It is understandable that many in our community are frightened and outraged because these violent crimes shock the conscience of our city and shake the very foundation of a city that is known as a safe place to live, work, and raise a family. And as I said on the day the 3 officers were shot last week, we are living in inherently dangerous times, and it's going to take all of us working together to keep our city safe. The fact that we are living in extremely inherent times does not mean that becomes the normal or acceptable, or this is the way it is. We can do something about it, and we start doing something about it even now.
bullshit. Say, man, hide the kids. Hide the kids. Hide the kids. Do not put me on the speaker because I'm finna tell the truth. I'm finna tell the truth, and I don't give a damn who get mad about it. You can be city council, you kiss my behind. You can be state rep, you can kiss my behind. You can be the congressman, the senator, you can kiss my ass. And I'm calling bullshit, and that's what it is. Let's break down what he said. I noticed that he didn't mention the fact that the judges keep giving multiple bonds. He can't mention that. And you want to know why? Because those are his Democratic friends. So he can't say anything about them because that would go against what they believe in. And he won't call them out because according to the Constitution of the United States, you are entitled to a bond. Nowhere in the Constitution does it say that you are entitled to a second one, a third one, a fourth one, a fifth one. When you violate the terms of your bond, stay your ass in jail. That's what it boils down to. All these diversion programs that they done put together to keep folk out on the street, it ain't working, homie. That go for him and Dora the Explorer, who's the county judge, who has done nothing. I'm going to tear her ass up in a minute anyway. I'm just telling y'all right now. See, right now, all of y'all are in danger. All of y'all are in danger. If you riding around right now in this dark and ain't got your pistol on your front seat, you a target. You a target. I'm just telling you what it is. You a target. I feel bad for Troy Finner because I know his heart. But he works for Turner now. He always did work for Turner, but not at that level. He worked for the chief of police. Now he is the chief, and now he has to play politics. So do I have a problem with the press conference? You're damn right I got a problem with it because you stood up there and you lied. And when you didn't tell all the truth, you're a liar. And that's all you've been, Mr. Mayor, from day one, is a pathological liar. You're going to roll out this plan that says, basically, you're going to put lights in areas that don't have a lot of lights. Well, guess what the jackers and the killers going to do? They going to shoot the lights out. They done did it before. They going to do it again. You also are going to start targeting people with temporary tags on their cars. Now, if we clearly understand the dynamics of income tax, Negroes buy cars when they income taxes come in. So every one of y'all rolling around with temporary tags, they're going to start profiling you. Who you going to profile? The blacks? The Latinos? I know damn well you ain't going to River Oaks and profile nobody over there. You feel me? Now you went and got you some gang experts. Where the hell they at? Say, tell them if they gang experts, go over there right now to South Lawn. Go to Haverstock. Go to Crofton. Won't you tell them do that if they gang experts? Because normally they don't come out till nighttime. So them lights that you're talking about getting, why don't you tell them put some on their forehead and go walk through Haverstock right now? Let's see if they can get from one end, from the front gate to the back. It's a game to y'all, man. It's a joke. And the things that you're doing, you're going to work in partnership with community organizations. Who the fuck is that? See, this the way this conversation got to be had tonight. Because that line sitting up there and playing, you see what I'm saying? This ain't finna do nothing. The worst thing you can do in a community where they're already oppressed, they're dealing with violence on a daily basis, is anger them. So you don't understand that. But you're surrounded by your experts. All y'all experts are doing is going to these functions, honoring each other for your bullshit that you don't. Let's go. You never really addressed the crime stats. Let's talk about the crime stats. You say crime went down. When? No, what you're doing is you're cooking books on the crime stats. Why in the hell would I be coming to City Hall, Muhammad coming to City Hall, Reginald Gordon coming to City Hall, Tamika Motley coming to City Hall, complaining about crime for the last 3 years if the stats say it's going down? You cooking the books, homie. Y'all not even reporting the stats to the FBI. Matter of fact, you 3 years behind reporting the stats to the FBI. But you know now because other people reported, other news outlets reported that your crime level is worse than Chicago. Come on, let's talk about it. Your violent crime reduction is a lie. It's a flat out lie. Now you saying there's too many guns on the streets. Y'all thought this shit was funny when y'all were dropping that dope in them guns in our neighborhoods, huh? When you were in politics, you see what I'm saying? When you were at the state level, you wasn't trying to stop folks from dropping guns and dope in our neighborhoods. See, because all of us wasn't falling for it. But these youngsters nowadays, they're falling for it. So all these guns that you're talking about, you know, and you got Abby Kamen that's over the issue, you know, the committee that deals with violence. When has Abby Kamen the last time she been to a community meeting in regards to crime? Her ass don't go. Say, man, y'all not serious down there, man. But what we living with every day is some serious stuff. Hold on a second. You won't even say where the guns came from. Tell them where the guns came from. If you got a fully automatic Russian AK-47, where you think it came from? You're not serious. So I want to get over and I want to talk about the police officers. Right now, we got a serious problem. Won't you tell your chief of police, tell the truth what's going on inside the department? That a lot of them officers is quitting. A lot of them retiring. They don't want no parts of this no more, man. This is too unsafe for them. They want to make it home every night. And you got some good cops out there, man. You got some good cops out there. They want to make it home every night. But here's the problem. I see my good friend Ari on here. I think her baby's a law enforcement officer. He wants to make it home every night. Have y'all noticed something? Let's have a little fun with this, man. Let's lighten it up. The police ain't doing nothing right now. And I ain't mad at them. You want to know why? Because if they get a robbery coming through their computer in their car, they not coming until the robbery is completed. If they get a call, there's somebody with a gun, a lot of these cops is not showing up until it's done. They want to go home at night. Not only have you jeopardized the citizens of this city and this county and the two leaders that are in charge, which is Turner and the Catwoman, Lena Hidalgo, you clearly do not know what you're doing. So you're going to spend $5 million for overtime for your officers. Didn't y'all just get $100 million in the last budget? So you're going to give them $5 more million, but you gave them $100 million and crime still went up. I don't give a damn if you let them win the lotto. If you don't repair these families and make them whole again, crime is not going anywhere. You have an educational czar. If you don't tell them to start, really working with the school system to make sure that these kids graduate with something under their belt, a trade. If they not going to college, if they going to college, let's get them now. Teach them entrepreneurship so they can start their own companies. If this is not being done, you're not serious. You've never been serious, Negro. When I would come down there to talk about crime, I would give you your props. You never disrespected me like you disrespected the others. Because if you would have, you son of a... But you never disrespected me. But there were plenty of times that you got out your seat and walked off the Diaz when I was talking about crime 3-4 years ago and went in the back room. You're not serious, dude. You and anybody that stood up there with you and didn't open their mouth and tell you to shut the hell up, they're not serious either. So y'all go on and keep playing this game. But let me tell you how they work, Mr. Mayor. You ain't in danger. You got security. You straight. But your daughter ain't got that security. So what happens if she get hit out there? What happens if your child gets hit, Sylvester Turner? Is the house going to be on fire then? Because I swear to God, if you tried to raise up, if she got hit, God forbid that she does, I'd protest you in front of your damn house because you ain't raising up when our kids getting hit. And that go for any one of you sorry city council people that's scared to stand up against this mayor. But you came to our neighborhoods when you ran for office and you said you were going to stand up against him. You said you were going to battle for us. And you have defeated the purpose. And you think when you get out there and you give ice cream to the kids, or you giving out your sanitizer and water, that is sufficient enough for us? No, we have woke up to your bullshit. And you are not serious dealing with crime in the city of Houston. So I'm finna tell a whole bunch of y'all to sit the hell down right now. And I wanna talk directly to the Catwoman, Dora the Explorer. Madam County Judge Lena Hidalgo, you should resign your position immediately. Let me tell you why. Because you are just as big a part of this problem as anybody else. You support, till this day, that failed bond reform. You have sat there with the power to change a lot of things. And you have been nothing more than Rodney Ellis's puppet. You have not stood up. And I'm not going to say it's because you're young. It doesn't matter age. You can still handle the job if you do what you're supposed to do. But your inability to lead us through certain things does not sit well with me. And I'm encouraging every last one of y'all. Let's see how bold y'all are. If you ain't voting for Hidalgo, give me a hell yeah. If you're not voting for Lena Hidalgo, give me a hell yeah. Because this woman is a joke. These Democrats that's running this city, they are a joke. This crime wave is taking over the country. You a damn lie. It's taking over the country where Democrats control the cities and the counties. This shit don't happen in no cities and counties that Republicans control. Yes, we need people to be tough on crime. I got a few hell yeahs. I need a whole bunch of them. You can sit on your behind and you can go in that voting poll and vote for this woman. And when your kid get murdered, don't open your damn mouth. It's time for you to understand that your vote is your voice. That goes for my people in the Asian community. Especially the Asians, they think y'all suckers, man. They just use y'all for y'all money. You feel what I'm saying? Say, man, it is what it is. The Democrats are not going to be tough on crime. So what's your option? Huh? You know damn well if a Republican sit in them seats, as far as the mayor and sit in that seat for county judge, gonna be some changes around here. It's gonna be some changes. If we got Republicans sitting on them benches, you Negroes going to jail. You bad acting illegal immigrants, you going to jail for a long time. And that's where they need to be. But Hidalgo, especially on the county level, is advocating to continue to let these people out of jail. I could beat up on a lot of different issues, but I'm going to stick to my guns. That this plan that they rolled out tonight is bullshit. Every plan that you roll out is bullshit. Nothing is working that you guys touch because you are not as smart as you portray. I'm sorry. You are not as smart as you portray to be. I don't give a damn if you from Fifth Ward and you represent that area. That don't mean that you was no gangster. I know a gangster, straight G, the other night got robbed. Got robbed. Them youngsters run up on him. Got robbed, had him naked. This finna be like Uptown Saturday night around this campmate. And the city of Houston is Madame Zenobia's. Everybody and their mama getting robbed and killed around here. And these people that can change this ain't doing nothing. I need y'all to become the voice that needs to be. Sing it in the streets. Sing it at the church. Hidalgo has to go. And I'm going to up the ante. I'm sick of you. I'm finna put some stuff out in the streets on you. I'm going to let the world know, do not vote for Lena Hidalgo. We can go get us a trained monkey. We can go get us a trained monkey to run the county before we let Lena Hidalgo run it another day after these primaries. And don't wait to take care of her in the general. Let's take care of Lena Hidalgo in the primaries. She garbage, and she ain't doing nothing, and she ain't gonna do nothing. See, this the crazy part. He ain't as bad. Troy can't do what he need to do because he's a puppet for Turner. Hidalgo gonna do whatever Ellis tell her to do. Ellis cooked this goddamn scheme up. Ellis cooked this scheme up with letting folks up out of jail. And it done blew up in his face. Now he's sitting his bald head ass over there and ain't saying nothing. Won't say nothing. This was his scheme. Them his people he got on the bench. It's time for some new people, man. And if we got to go get a busload of Republicans to bring law and order back to the city, then that's what it needs to be. But we can no longer allow our families to be in jeopardy because these people are doing what they want to do. These officers' lives are in danger. And guess what? The house wasn't on fire until your cops got hit. Our people been getting hit every day. But as soon as they started killing them cops, as soon as they started busting at them cops, oh, we got to do something about this here. But what about our family? What about our friends that done been murdered out here? And don't lie on no pandemic. Your crime rate was through the roof before the pandemic came. I've been to city council several times before they even thought of a pandemic, talking about crime. I even get in an argument with City Councilman Jerry Davis one day in there, and I would not back down. You feel what I'm saying? And the thing is, we have to stop supporting these people who don't give a damn about us. I'm just not going to sit here not one other day and let these people have a press conference and flat out lie. Al Jackson, look, bro, You don't want to get the call that something happened to Demetra. You don't want to get that call, bro. But right now we all in danger. You feeling what I'm saying? You fucking right. I'm on fire tonight because I can't stand a pathological liar. And the city council member that's on the committee that deals with crime doesn't even go to the fucking meetings. She don't go to the community. Abby came, and when the last time you had your ass over here in South Lawn? When the last time you came over here and messed with the Negroes? When the last time you came over here to understand what we going through? You been to the East End yet, Abby? No, you stay your ass over there in that condo that you in. Yeah, do that. That's what you've been doing. You're not serious? And yet we walking around every day to the point that, but you know, these gun laws, these unjust gun, fuck you. Everybody and their mama supposed to have a gun right now. If you ain't got a gun, you stupid. Aria says, I'm gonna put a comment up for y'all that can't see. She says, my son patrols South Lawn and it's real tragic. But here's a question, since our crime stats going down, when the last time that motherfucker ain't been tragic? That shit been going on over there for 30, 40 years. Easily. And ain't nobody never addressed it. But see, now you got a new generation of thugs and gangsters out there. See, when we was young, the thugs and gangsters just wanted to get money. They just wanted money, man. These dudes, they don't care nothing about killing nobody. I tell you what, they living by their creed. They don't leave no witnesses. I want to read some of these comments to y'all. Let's back up a little bit. All right. Oh man, y'all on fire tonight. Keep commenting. Push the share button on this video, man. All right, we're gonna back up just a little bit. Okay, so we'll start about right here. Abrevia Miller says, letting these criminals out on 2 and 3 bonds. Aria says, they gonna break the damn lights just like they shoot at the cameras. Me and mines are LAP ready. It's sad. My son is an officer on the east side, and it's no joke. Aria says it makes them sad. Catherine Gordon, it's up. She's talking about that crime rate. Saving Grace, they are not getting to back. They're not getting to the back of Haverstock. Hell no, they ain't. They ain't been in no Haverstock. You go through that front gate, partner. You ain't coming up out of there. You ain't got no business over there. You gonna get your head brought to you, and they're gonna put your head in your lap. It is what it is. They wouldn't make it past the entrance. Today was an absolute insult to every single person in Houston and Harris County. I totally agree. Aria said they have officers responding to every shot on a motherfucking map. Is sad. Frank Nitty, the Chicago hype is BS. Chicago ain't even in the top 10 violent states. Well, guess what? Houston is number 1. Houston got more murders than everybody, dog. They got more murders than everybody. Aria says it's sad that my 10-year-old goes to the gun range to make sure he understands an emergency plan if we were in one. Frank Nitty, how many gun stores Houston got? Bet not much, if any. So Al Jackson has a question. Do you think Lee Brown was a good chief and a mayor? I think Lee Brown served his purpose, but he was damn sure better than Turner. I'm telling you that now. No questions. Catherine Gordon, you show right. Jamarcus Owens say they don't even show up for car accidents. Let's go. Aria says my son is given a hard time because he's not a yes officer. And Aria says we need to wake up as a whole because all our kids and family are in danger. You're exactly right. They don't care what happens to citizens of Houston's or police until crime come to their front door and family. That's when they will do something about it. She's speaking of the actual politicians and the police. The politicians don't care until it come to them. Tredarius Roberts says, Abrevia Miller, exactly. They won't do anything about crime until it comes to their front door. Catherine Gordon, are you running for mayor? I vote for you, 5-star. No. No. This how they would have went today in the press conference. I'd have been sitting just like this here. One, I ain't standing up there because y'all finna tell he lies. So when he'd have started, man, you a damn lie. That's what I would have said if I was a city council member. I got a whole bunch of hell yeahs to get her doggo out of office. And Abrevia Miller says she needs to go, and a lot more should be gone. Gary Brain, nobody is working the overtime. The supervisor begging people to work overtime. The police need a raise. They don't want overtime. Well, before they give them another raise, give the firefighters a raise. They owe them one. Frank Nitti says the Mexicans look out for theirs. Aria, the police officers getting charged for doing their jobs is sad. D. Lynn Coleman, absolutely. Al Jackson says, I'm dying, 5 stars on fire. Salita Williams says, it's a damn shame I had to be strapped cutting my yard. So if y'all don't know what she means, she got to have a pistol on her when she out cutting her grass. Jamarcus Owens, he told them to chill. Yeah, what happened to that, Mr. Mayor? Just chill. Yeah, you sound like you was in Guy. Abrevia Miller, the name of the game, blame everything on COVID. D. Lynn Coleman, I'm done with that BS. Aria says her son patrols South Lawn and is real tragic. Every night he patrols South Lawn. Jeffrey McFarland, if we don't do our job, we fired. Them lazy-ass politicians ain't done jack squat, but somehow able to keep their positions, pay, and benefits without being held accountable. Aria said they just don't bring it to the public. Al Jackson, when education is down, crime goes up. I've been saying it. And Al said Memphis is right with Houston in crime. D. Lynn Coleman says Turner has to go. Facts, he was better than Turner. Aria, as a whole, we need to learn the laws and protect ourselves according to the laws. I agree. Salita Williams, right. Al Jackson says black people in Houston are loud when it comes to things that don't matter and very quiet about things that do. You right on the money, Al. Aria says that is so true. My son never worked OT. Dr. Num, all your extra officers in the huddle up to 1,200 Travis. Guaranteed 500 to 1,000 extra officers there. Rontrell Bradford, anybody who voted Democratic now complaining need to slap themselves. That's true. Yeah, if you voted Democratic for these people, you're getting exactly what you voted for. And I'm telling y'all, I don't just have to, I don't look at the news. I travel. I get to see these cities that are democratically controlled in their cities and their counties, and it's the same exact thing. They pushing too many progressive agendas, and this is not working. So who do we blame? Do we blame the DA? Do we blame the judges? Do we blame the city and the county? Well, one, as I told you earlier, a judge has to give a bond. It's in the Constitution of the United States, but they do not have to give a second and third bond, a fourth and a fifth bond. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bonds. 11, 12. I seen a kid that had 12 bonds. And then they want us to understand this? No, we can't understand it. The criminals, like Roderick Smith said, the criminals work for City Hall, HPD, HCS, Marines, Navy, Air Force, Army because they are selfish. You have a prime opportunity to change all of this in the primaries. Get rid of these people who are not doing their jobs. In the primaries, you know, I'm on the Republican side, so I'm going to vote for my peoples. You on the Democratic side. You don't have to vote for Hidalgo, and you're not going to vote for Hidalgo. You find you somebody else over there and you vote for them. Now, when it's Democratic versus Republican, do your damn homework. Remember, tough on crime, Republicans. Soft as a box of booty, Democrats. So if you put another Democrat in that seat, you know what's going to happen. You know exactly what's going to happen. Do I think Hidalgo will survive the primary? Nope. Do I think Adrian Garcia is going to survive the primary? Nope. Let's send their ass home. All of my black people, all of my Latino brothers, all of my Asian brothers and sisters, all of my white brothers and sisters, let's send Hidalgo ass home. It's no other option. Or you risk the chance of burying your people. If Sheila Jackson Lee is up for election, send her ass home. Rodney Ellis, Ellis ain't up yet. You feel what I'm saying? Send their asses home. When you live in Sienna Plantation and somebody just roll up and shoot your kids in your driveway, if they ain't doing their job in Fort Bend, send their ass home. Show them that you are not playing with them. Joe Biden has abandoned y'all. Kamala Harris has abandoned y'all. I didn't vote for them clowns. Wasn't gonna vote for them because I already knew what was gonna happen. They've abandoned you. And the only thing they got is pandering you. You see what I'm saying? For your vote. Black people are so important. They know our Jesus in Southeast Houston when they need a vote. They all up in the church off beat when they need a vote. And as soon as they get it, they unplug the phones in their offices. It is time to send these people home. So if we're going to go through hell, then we might as well go through hell with some folk that ain't going to be soft on crime, man. They're going to do what they need to do. I'm sorry, you progressives, get out my way. You don't want to have this conversation with me. Because all of these people fighting for bond reform ain't opening their damn mouth right now. They ain't opening their mouth right now. Biden, first of all, let me tell you where you messed up with Biden. You just wanted Trump out. You didn't ask Biden for anything. The only person that did was Ice Cube, and he's never even met with the dude. You didn't ask him for nothing, so realistically, you can't be mad at him because he doesn't owe you anything. So my thing is, when you come to me, should Gary Monroe vote to get Biden out of office? I didn't vote to put him in. It ain't my responsibility to get him out. I don't give a damn what Joe Biden do. I'm going to survive. But our issue is not Biden at this moment. Our issue is Lena Hidalgo. Our issue is, you feeling what I'm saying? A new mayor. Bro, I'm sorry, man. Y'all gonna have to go with these Republicans to get this crime situated, man. And guess what? Ain't nobody gotta know. Ain't nobody gonna pull your voting record. Aria say the jails are full, but stop holding a person behind on child support and letting killers out on bond. Say, man, let me tell you something, bro. Boy, that's a cold statement. You'll lock a man up for 6 months because he didn't have no money to pay child support, but you'll let a killer out on bond. You'll let a killer out on bond. Are you serious? And we can't figure out what the hell is going on? Say, man, enough. If you're serious about enough is enough, God damn it, spread the word. They done tried to buy me off to keep me quiet about this. They don't want me talking about Republican, Democrat. They tried to buy me off. But I don't want their money. I want my people to wake up. And my people just ain't black no more. My people is everybody. Wake the hell up before you be burying your child. your husband, your wife, your mom, your dad, your uncle, your aunt, your sister, your brother. Wake up. There's no way of getting around this anymore. And some people, oh, I agree with what he's saying, but he's saying it. I'm saying it the way it need to come out. I know one thing. When we all sit on the toilet to take a boo-boo, it stink. And right now, we're in the middle of some shit down here in Harris County. And it's funky. It's funky. We're focusing on the wrong things. When it comes to the police, we're focusing on the wrong things. Now, I'm going to say this because I'm going to say it in a way that you understand me. And that way I don't offend anybody. If I want to smoke a cigarette, that's my choice. If I want to smoke weed, that's my choice. If I want to do fentanyl, that's my choice. I don't have to do it. Ain't nobody forcing it on me. And if you want to take a trip down to Bissonnette and buy you some ass, that's your choice. You're focused on that. But then you kind of center it around sex trafficking, which sex trafficking is horrible. But the crimes that you're really getting people for don't correlate with what you're saying. Now, I think there's only two people that can save Houston right now. Because the police ain't working. We need to go find Top Flight, Craig, and Day Day. At least Day Day will run up on somebody. But the police we got, they ain't finna do it, man. They trying to get home. But Day Day will run up on somebody, man. We need to go find Top Flight security and get Craig and Day Day to come down here and get Houston back in order. Because if you want to do what you do, you're going to do it. It don't matter how many cops you got. It don't matter how much overtime you pay. But if you don't deal with this problem proactively, if you don't deal with this problem before these crimes are committed, nothing is going to work, and we will all be targets. So I just want to give you fair warning, those out there that like to play the games. If you run up on 5-star, I'm going to put something in you the doctor can't get at you. I'm not taking no chances. I'm not dealing with it. I'm going to put that hot stuff up in you, and the doctor ain't going to be able to get it at you. I got them things on the reel that if it go through small, it's coming out that big in the back. Think about it. Think about it. See, because God has worked on me, man. And he's worked on a whole bunch of us old schoolers. He's worked on a whole bunch of us. And I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. If I die, it's going to be the way I'm supposed to. But it ain't going to be at the hands of an out-of-control youngster. And all this stuff is playing together. The messed up school system, the prison system, the actual folks that are allowing crime to do what it needs to do, and they're doing it for gentrification purposes. So you really want Third Ward to be all white, but you ain't going to say that. So the only way that you can make Third Ward attractive to people that can afford those $400,000 condos that are no bigger than a shoebox, you got to get the Negroes out the neighborhood. And the only way that you can get the Negroes out the neighborhood, you got to price them out. So you're gentrifying our neighborhoods, and you're forcing these low-income people, you forced them out the Spring. That ain't working out for you. You forced them out to Channelview. That ain't working out for you. A whole bunch of them flew to Missouri City. How that's working out for you? So all you do is you shift the ghetto from the ghetto to the suburbs and turn it into a ghetto. So when you're looking at how to fix the problem, look at the people that created the problem that now want to say they can fix the problem. They're not in the business of fixing crime in Houston. They making money off of it. They getting grants to do these studies. Like every time you look up, Ellis is doing a study. Study what? Study what? Al said, I wouldn't live in the ghetto if you paid me. You probably wouldn't. But what stops them investors from buying them houses around you and putting them on Section 8? This is how you turn the suburbs into the ghetto. They did it in Missouri City. Beautiful out there when they first started. You know, Spring, Texas, man. And it is what it is. It is what it is. They created this problem. And now we're trusting them to fix the problem. A-Leaf was just off the chain. Aria said, I left Third Ward, went to Channelview. Now I'm in Pearland. I'm going back to the hood. It's no different. Exactly. Exactly. Because the investors buy the houses in the suburbs. Rontrell Bradford. Serious question. Is it only black and brown getting news coverage for crime, or do white people commit serious crimes also? You tell me. How many white folks shot them cops the other day? If you're going to bring that question, I'm going to just give you a serious question and an answer. How many white folks shot them cops the other day? How many white gangs we got in Houston? Identifiable. What was them people white that shot up in that house and they hit that little 4-year-old boy, little Romeo? This kid had over 30 surgeries because he got hit by an AK-47. Was them people white that did that? See, we got a problem with calling our own people out, man. And every time we got to call them out, we got to throw the white folk in the middle of it. Black folks are clowning. These young black youngsters are out of control. And before I get to talking about some white folk, I'm going to check my people first. See, white folk ain't finna run up in the game room and try to rob you. White folk do white collar crimes. If they gonna steal, they gonna steal millions. They do Ponzi schemes. When the last time some black folk got caught up in a Ponzi scheme? Only thing we get caught up for is PPP loans. So you have to take responsibility for your actions, like Roderick Smith is saying on the other page. It is what it is, man. We ain't got time to be checking white folk. We need to check our own people. The Latinos need to check their people. White folks, check your people. Asians, check your people. The man even talked about the day about the Asian hate bill, and we got to protect the Asians. And I agree, if that's what you feel, then do what you do. Can we have a hood hate bill? Because ain't nobody protected in the hood right now. Can we have a little kid hate bill? Because a whole bunch of them getting hit with them high-powered semi-automatic and fully automatic rifles. Can we have some protection for them? We need a hood hate bill. But I am running for public office. House District 131, state representative And you can best believe that I'm going to hit the goddamn ground running. Because enough is enough. Enough is enough. And the only way we can make this place safe, we got to get a mayor in here that's going to get the job done. And we got to get a county judge that know what the hell they doing. Because this woman does not. Hurricane Harvey, you still have people's houses that have not been rebuilt. The state of Texas come in and take the money back because they messing over the money, man. And y'all think we gonna survive another 4 years of this with this child playing county judge? I would rather Aria's 10-year-old son be the county judge. Because Dora the Explorer don't know what the hell she doing. So I need y'all to go to your social medias. And I want you to post it. I'm gonna put a flyer on my page. Hidalgo has to go. Spread the word. Spread the word. I'm coming with 50,000 push cards. If you need some in your neighborhood, hook up with me. Because she got to go. She got to go. And that's what it is, man. She got to go. It's no other way around it. So my thing right now, I'm running for public office, but I also want a new county judge. And that's what it is, man. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it is. I want a new county judge because the one that we have ain't worth 2 dead flies smashed together. Ain't worth 2 dead flies smashed together. And if you think
searching for connection
that we gonna survive this, I am on Twitter. I'm gonna post a flyer on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And we need to get this woman out of office, man. Y'all listen to me. You trust me? Say, man, rock with me. Come on, rock with me. I need you to ride with me on this one. We finna put the word out, man. Enough is enough, man. If they ain't doing nothing for us, enough is enough, and it's time for them to go. It's time for them to go. And that's all it boils down to. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, we already know what we got to do. Let's show them for one election cycle. If that's what we got to do, let's show them for one election cycle that we ain't playing the game. You feel what I'm saying? We are not playing the game. And that's what it boils down to. Hidalgo has to go. And we going to get her up out of here. Say, man, it's a reason. I'm the best in the business. Every night, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, 7 o'clock. It's the 5-star general. And I'll repeat it for you because I'm feeling like Mike Jones tonight. You better tell him I am the 5-star general. Hidalgo, we coming to take your seat. I'm going to flood the hood like it's crack cocaine. And I'm going to make sure that you don't get no votes at all. And that's what it boils down to. Until tomorrow night, I'll holler at you.